This video is brought to you by
Cool Green Clothing. You already know what it is. We done gone worldwide and we coming straight out of Baltimore. Go online right now at coolgreenclothing.com and I assure you, you'll find something on the website right now just for you. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. And that's just basic.
It's your girl, Mrs. Tony Two Times, and I'm back with another episode of the Baltimore Way. In this video, I'll be discussing the case of Barbara Jean Manns, who walked into her Windsor Mill home not knowing what was waiting for her. But before we get into this video, please hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and join the Tony Two Times family. Tap the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And of course, feel free to share this video with everyone you know. All right, let's get into it. Barbara Jean was born on February 11th, 1944. By 1999, she was 55 years old, a woman who had built a life over decades. She was married to her husband, Joseph Manns, a man who had served in the U.S. Navy. Together, they represented devotion, stability, and a sense of normalcy. You can imagine their beautiful brick home on Fairbrook Road in Windsor Mill as a place of comfort. A quiet neighborhood not far from Security Mall, close enough to the highway for convenience, but tucked away enough to feel like a safe place to come home to. Barbara was likely someone who valued routine, coming home from work, maybe unwinding, maybe starting dinner, maybe just enjoying the quiet of her own space. Barbara was a hard-working woman, and on a typical Wednesday, her neighbors would see her green 1999 Chevy Cavalier pulling into the driveway as she returned from a long day. But nothing about Wednesday, November 10th, 1999, should have been out of the ordinary, but it was. It was a midweek evening, just a few weeks before Thanksgiving. The air was crisp. The sun had already dipped below the horizon. Barbara pulled into her driveway at 7135 Fairbrook Road. According to reports, Barbara had only been home for a very short window of time. Maybe she was setting her keys on the counter, or perhaps was starting to think about what to make for dinner. She had no way of knowing that someone else had already breached the sanctuary of her home. Somewhere in that short window of time, everything changed. Barbara's husband, Joseph, arrived a little while after her. As he made his way inside their home, he made a terrifying discovery. At 7:01 p.m., police were called to the home for what was initially reported as a cardiac arrest. But when they arrived, it quickly became clear this was something else entirely. Barbara Jean Manns was found inside her home, unresponsive, having suffered severe trauma to her body. Barbara was pronounced gone at the scene. Joseph Manns arrived home expecting a normal evening with his wife. Instead, he walked into a nightmare. As police surveyed the scene, they noted signs of forced entry. Someone had decided that the 7100 block of Fairbrook Road was their target that night. They hadn't just came for a quick grab. They had waited, or perhaps they were interrupted. The scene inside spoke of a struggle and a violation of a peaceful life. As investigators continued processing the scene, they focused on what they could piece together. The home had been ransacked, a burglary that had taken a turn into the unthinkable. Investigators then realized something very specific was missing from the driveway. Barbara's prized possession, that brand new green 1999 Chevrolet Cavalier, was nowhere to be found. Now, this is important because it suggests that whoever was responsible didn't just leave on foot, they took her car. That decision alone opens up a lot of questions. The search was on for Barbara's car. For 5 days, the trail was cold until the car finally turned up roughly 7 miles away. It was found in the 2400 block of Winchester Street in West Baltimore. When detectives examined the car, they found something chilling. The driver's side was heavily stained with blood. It was clear to detectives whoever had taken Barbara's life had sat in that seat and driven her car across the city as an attempt to get rid of it. The neighborhood on Fairbrook Road was left rattled. How could a seemingly peaceful weekday turn so dark so fast in a place where people felt safe? In 1999, forensic science was good, but it wasn't what it is today. Investigators collected what they could. They looked for prints, fibers, and DNA, but the leads didn't get them anywhere. Eventually, the trail went cold. The days turned into months and months into years, and Barbara Jean Mann's case became one of many sitting in files. Meanwhile, life continued, at least on the outside. Barbara's husband, Joseph, lived for nearly another decade. He passed away in 2008 at the age of 76. Joseph went to his rest without ever knowing who was responsible for taking his wife away. Sadly, he never got that final sense of closure. That's something a lot of families in cases like this have to live with, the not knowing. But this isn't where the story ends. Barbara's file didn't disappear. It sits on the Baltimore County Unsolved list, still being worked on today. With modern forensic technology, things like touch DNA and advanced genetic sequencing that were pure science fiction in 1999, investigators are generating leads that were once out of reach. According to reports, investigators have confirmed that items recovered from the vehicle are being tested again. May Barbara Jean Mann continue to rest in peace, and her husband Joseph as well. Belated condolences to the family. This case is over 25 years old, and I'm sure family and friends have longed for closure and justice. There are still so many unanswered questions in this case, but the one that stands out the most is, was this truly a random break-in? Or does it feel like the person responsible may have known more about Barbara than we realize? Because the timing is interesting. She had just gotten home. That's a very small window. So was it a coincidence or was someone watching? Fam, I want to know your thoughts on this in the comments below. All right, fam, that's it for this episode of the Baltimore Way. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video informative and believe these stories matter, please consider liking this video so more people can see it. Subscribe for more stories like this that deserve to be heard. And most importantly, take care of yourself and those around you. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times. Until next time.